Good afternoon and welcome to Java with Jim. I'm Jim Reese, Director of Business Development at Offit Kurman, and I'm joined here today with Meghan Finnerty, who's Chair of the Insurance Recovery Practice Group at Offit Kurman. Hey Meghan, how are you?
Great. Thanks for having me today, Jim. How are you doing?
Thanks for joining me. I'm doing great. This is my fun part of the day right here. So Meghan, tell us about the Insurance Recovery Practice Group and how this group helps clients at Offit Kurman.
Sure. So we represent businesses of all shapes and sizes in making sure that they're getting the most out of their insurance asset. They spend so much money to have insurance coverage. We want to make sure that it's serving them when they actually have a loss. So, and by a loss, I mean it could be a fire, some type of employee theft. They might get hit with a lawsuit. In all those different types of situations, very different circumstances, business owners should be looking to their insurance policies to step in and to either defend them in a lawsuit or to pay the losses that the businesses might suffer. And so we get involved primarily when an insurance carrier says, no, we're not going to cover that when we think they should. And we, will defend them all the way up through litigation if we have to, and making sure that business owners get really the full benefit of the insurance coverage that they pay for.
Yeah, and I know you've helped out so many of our clients. I know you and I have worked together on a few, and I recall that you said the first thing a client should do is really have someone like you review their policy so they know, where the hidden threats are.
Yeah, that's really so important, is to sit down with somebody who will get to know your business, find out what your risks are, what types of losses you might suffer, and make sure that they have the adequate coverage in place, or if not, get them connected with somebody who can get them that coverage so that they're adequately covered from the get-go. And that they know, because a lot of times your insurance policies will contain very short timelines to get a claim in. So you need to know, that to even think about insurance for when that happens, so that you're not missing the timeline to put your carrier on notice and forfeiting coverage.
Right. Can you share a recent story that illustrates how the Insurance Recovery Group provided a solution for an Offit Kurman client?
Sure. Recently, we had a client come in the door, not atypical, who had recently purchased some new liabilities. They'd purchased a business that expanded their repertoire, and with that came along, the lawsuits that were already ongoing with that business. And they had us take a look at all of those lawsuits that were, they were currently in process. Again, this wasn't. The facts of these lawsuits didn't happen while my client owned this business. They happened before he ever bought the business. And he said, we're paying all these defense costs. Can you take a look and see if there's not coverage for these claims? And we went back and we reviewed, several different lawsuits and decades of insurance policies. And sure enough, we were able to find coverage for some of these ongoing cases that had been in litigation for several years. And, save the client millions of dollars by doing so, getting these carriers to step up and take on the defense.
Yeah, and you're coming up against these behemoth insurance vendors, and so that's got to be, you provide such a great service to the business owner because they probably don't have a shot against these big insurance vendors.
That's right. And that's the one thing we always take the side of the policyholder. I think that's important. Some firms try to do both. Sometimes they represent the insurance carrier. Sometimes they represent the policyholder. And that's really tough because then you got your arguments in one case getting used against you in the next, right? We don't put ourselves in that position. We always represent the policyholder. We don't represent insurance carriers in this type of litigation. And so that really has been able to serve our clients well. Our clients, get the benefit of that.
That's a distinct clarification. Thank you. All right. So Meghan, who is your favorite celebrity and why?
Well, Beyonce and I both have 3 kids. We're both the same age, and we both only have 24 hours in the day. So she's my inspiration, I'd have to say. Quite the businesswoman.
Wow, that sounds like a well thought out response. So kudos to you. Um, she is a wonderful celebrity and a wonderful person. So good choice on your part. Well, Megan, thanks for spending some time with us this afternoon. I'm sure I'll be chatting with you soon. And until then, have a great week.
Thanks so much, Jim. Talk to you soon.
All right, bye.